I said, bow, chicka, bow, wow. That's what my baby said, meow, meow, meow. When my heart starts pumping, chicka, chicka, choo, wow. Never gonna stop, get you, goo, baby, I love you. See, look, if I had to listen to it, you gotta listen to it too. I don't know why Phineas and Ferb just popped up into my head, but hey, look, great opener. Am I right, my Geralds?
No.
My gelatinous Gerald? See, look, I'm bringing it back. How y'all doing today, by the way? I'm not okay, cause bro, Bob the Builder keeps banging Sneako's girlfriend right outside, and it's going crazy right now. Like I called the PD. They were like, "We can't help you." I was like, "What you mean you can't help us?" Like Sneako already told us, bro. They filming out there. They got full permission. I'm like, oh my god. Why would I gotta record? They got full permission, but it is what it is. So any of them sounds you hear in the background, Sneako's girlfriend, right? Like that, Sneako's girlfriend. But today we got for you Sword Guy. It's an anime on Netflix. Why are we not watching it on Netflix? Well, I'm the recap guy. I'll take that. I'm the recap guy. And it's by Anime Guy. And I can't disrespect Guy. It's Sword Guy by Anime Guy. Ain't that right, Guy? Just like you and I are my guys. It sounded better in my head. Let's get it.
Herself in the forest. Her newborn child, holding a cursed sword named Shiryu, was adopted by a swordsmith and named Guy.
That's why it's called Sword Guy. Look,
a decade
is we gonna have a guy counter for this video?
later, Guy became the only person in the village capable of suppressing Shiryu. No one else could even touch or safely look at Shiryu. During a ceremony to contain Shiryu, an incident occurred. Jealous of Guy, his senior disciple refused to accept.
Hating ass, buff ass nigga. Why is he dressed like a blacksmith? Guy's dressed like a... I'm confused at this time period. Guys, he's dressed like a blacksmith. Guy's dressed like a medieval like wanderer, and then old girl is dressed like 1970s Japanese schoolgirl.
Except that Guy was the chosen one. In a moment of malice, he removed his scarf.
Why would you do that if you know for a fact that the sword cannot be contained by anybody in the village but Guy? You such a hating, petty ass nigga that you just gonna remove your blindfold anyway and get corrupted by the sword? I fucks with you. I fucks with you.
I'm the motherfucking dog, nigga. I'm the dog, nigga. I'm the motherfucking dog around this motherfucking nigga. I'm the kingpin, alright? Respect my motherfucking gangster, nigga. You don't wanna do shit.
Causing.
You know who else fucks with you? Sneako's girlfriend. She right outside getting. Ooh, I shouldn't be saying that, but at the same time, I watch too much Nuktaku not to.
Shiryu to
It's in my head.
sense his evil intent and control a young girl to try and kill him. Guy pushed his senior disciple away, but lost his right arm in the process. Despite receiving treatment, Guy continued to feel pain.
Damn.
His adoptive father, Eamon, believed Guy felt phantom limb pain.
Phantom limb pain, and it's got him like this?
Which would last a lifetime.
Oh
After
my
Eamon
god.
left, a girl held Guy and offered support, but he pushed her away and vented his anger at his
I don't need shotties. I need death. Why he act like that? What got him tweaking like this, bro? He said, I don't need pussy. I need vengeance. My hands go, bitch.
Eamon was shocked, but deep down, Guy felt his mother's abandonment led to his misfortune.
For real?
Out of necessity and
how did that happen? Nigga, she died. What do you mean abandonment?
Recalling that Guy had gripped Shiryu as an infant, Eamon decided to melt down Shiryu to forge a prosthetic limb for Guy,
why would you do that?
fulfilling Shiryu's purpose.
Why Shiryu? There's no other metal, none. What time period are we in? Look at this. Is this Hunter x Hunter?
オークション会場は B ホールだって。あっちだ。
あそこ。わあ。
Elsewhere, the Azoth sword, a
Azoth sword?
cursed sword, was up for auction. A wealthy heir bid $500,000 for this legendary sword.
It's legendary, but it's cursed. Why would you want it?
Just as he thought he had secured it, an organization named Shoshidi took interest in it. After intense
stop
bidding,
pausing.
a
I'm
man
pausing way
won
too
the
much.
sword for $1.5 million.
Damn!
The wealthy heir, not ready to give up, intercepted him. He politely offered a large sum to buy the sword, but the man refused. A confrontation seemed inevitable. Using his agility, the man quickly knocked down a bodyguard. As he prepared to leave, a white-haired man appeared. This was Miura,
Don't fuck
the
with
former
him.
commander of the organization and holder of the Joltgawin sword. Facing such a
How many named swords? I know I just said I'd stop pausing, but how many named swords in this bitch? How many demonic swords are in this bitch? How did these hoes get cursed? Who the fuck is out there cursing blades like this? Mihawk?
powerful individual, the headquarters issued a retreat order. However, Mickey, also a cursed sword holder,
Why is his shit just... Okay, this is the cursed sword anime. Everybody got a cursed sword. So the main character ain't even special for real.
refused to follow the organization's plan. 7 cursed swords in the
I don't know how to work that bitch though.
world, each
I'm such an old man.
possessing its own consciousness and soul. When held by those with evil intentions, they transform into terrifying Busoma. At this
What? Okay, wait. Now this nigga got a stand? So, when a cursed sword's too cursed, does shit get Brolic and Aki with it? And it wields itself? Or does he get like an ability with it? Or...
this moment, a battle has erupted between two
CGI.
cursed sword holders. Facing the enemy's formidable power, Mickey wanted to transform into a Busoma and fight with all his might, but the commander issued a
I think it's gonna be like, I command all the power of CGI!
strict retreat order. Mickey used his sword to unleash a lightning strike and then escaped. However, the legendary Azoth sword was stolen by a wealthy heir named Marcus Shin. The next day, awakened by the call of the cursed sword, Marcus thought about the previous night's battle between the two sword holders,
Yeah.
becoming obsessed with their power. Intent on his plan for revenge,
Revenge for what? Wait, whoa. Revenge for what? Any guy, I need, hey, give me the, we might have to watch this. What is he revenged on?
Marcus decided to harness this power, though seemingly
Harness what power for what revenge? I'm still confused. Why is he pressed? How dare those niggas who were highly trained and have this sword that I just acquired and just attuned to be better than me after using their swords over years and years. I'm so pressed.
in possession of vast wealth. Marcus is a tragic figure.
How? Niggas rich. Did his parents die and like leave him like a bunch of fucking money?
2 years ago, he lost his family in a car accident.
Shit. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that.
And was left paralyzed from the waist down.
Oh my fucking god. I'm so sorry. Jesus. He's a tragic figure. I lied. Batman, eat your heart out. What the fuck?
Disgusted with the fake family money brought him, Marcus turned to a spell book, attempting to summon the evil spirit within the
I need my family back. Satan, help me.
Azoth sword, but received no response. Meanwhile, Marcus's ex-girlfriend unexpectedly visited to announce her upcoming marriage, shocking.
God damn. Why? Why? Let me know why. I just need to know why. What? She visited this nigga just to say, hey, look, I'm getting married. Same time next week?
To Marcus's best friend.
God! Ah! Revenge! Fuck it! You know what? Take your revenge. I lied, Marcus. Crash the fuck out.
Reflecting on past promises, his family's death, and the betrayal of his lover and friend, Marcus was filled with hatred. It was this flame of hatred that the Azoth sword sensed, recognizing and accepting Marcus as its new wielder, deciding to bestow all its power upon him. At his ex-girlfriend and best friend's wedding, Marcus unexpectedly arrived. Despite being paralyzed, he suddenly stood up, driven by the evil aura of the cursed sword. Marcus charged towards the two.
That's a crazy fucking charge. That nigga just leaned forward into a charge. I can't tell if that's hard or creepy as hell. The way they drew that was nasty.
Determined to slay the betrayers before him. Fortunately, Mickey arrived just...
Why does Mickey gotta be Mickey? Mickey, you don't even have anything to do with this, my nigga. Get out of here. Let my nigga crash out.
In time to defuse the situation.
Let my nigga crash out.
The Azoth sword unleashed a terrifying black aura, trapping Mickey within it, while Marcus pursued the fleeing couple. Seeing this, Mickey used the Falgon sword's lightning strike to repel the black aura.
What happened to the main character that got his
Marcus
shit?
Was about to strike down his ex-girlfriend. Memories of happier times.
What happened to the main character that got a prosthetic arm from his sword?
Times surfaced, allowing him to break free from the sword's control. Next, Mickey, an important member of the Shoshidi organization, plans to take Marcus to their base, as it is the ultimate destination for Busoma. Elsewhere, Guy, who had lost an arm, woke up. His right arm now replaced by a prosthetic made from the demonic sword Shiryu.
So that's why he's special. Because his shit is actually... so he can never take his shit off.
Merging him with it. After several days, Guy, fused with Shiryu, fully recovered. However, he was haunted by his mother's abandonment and felt it better to die than live in such loneliness. That day, his fellow disciple Tatsumi, deeply infatuated with the young girl Sayaka.
My nigga, that's Shiryu's. I mean, that's, guys, stop it. Stop it, bro. She literally, he got his arm cut off for her, and after that, she stayed by the nigga's side and was like, I'll give you this pussy for that arm or something. And you were there for the entire ordeal, I think.
Could not hold back anymore.
Okay, nigga, get out of here, Diddy.
Overwhelmed by his feelings, he forcefully embraced her, determined to take her
Damn.
first experience.
Hey, somebody. Hey, look. Hey.
I can't get enough. Back with another milk. Help! Help! Help me!
Hey!
For it.
Guy!
However, Guy intervened in time.
Why are you just standing there all nonchalant watching? What if he had never said anything? Would you just have, like, stood there until they noticed you? He's like, not saying anything, just watching.
Stopping everything. Enraged.
He didn't stop anything. They just noticed him.
Tatsumi attacked Guy.
Why would you do that? In fact, he's so nonchalant. I think I hate this nonchalant ass nigga.
It's a nonchalant dreadhead!
Nonchalant dreadhead, stop shaking your dreads. You're distracting the girl.
My bad, teach.
But was no match for him. Suddenly, Shiryu summoned Guy to kill Tatsumi, but Sayaka woke him from the sword's control. Back in the village, Shiryu's murderous urges continued, causing Guy severe headaches. Luckily,
it caused him severe headaches. This nigga bangs his head against the fucking wall. He bangs his head against the stud in the wall because he's driven mad by the curses of the sword. And it caused him severe headaches.
Sayaka's embrace from behind silenced Shiryu's voice.
I already told you I'd give you this pussy. Just come bust it open.
Bladesmith shop, delivering a spear called Tonbukiri, so sharp that it split a resting dragonfly in two on its blade. A scene Tatsumi, filled with hatred, witnessed. Later that night, he stole the spear. Over the long years, weapons soaked in human blood eventually gained their own lives. Human negative emotions significantly enhance this life force.
This nigga's a freak neek.
Once awakened, these weapons inhabit those with a desire to kill. If the urge to kill completely consumes a person, they become a Busoma. Now merged with a...
Why do you always... Wait. Okay, look. Why do you hate this nigga? Because you want shit that's not yours. Like, I would get if he took shit from you, but there was nothing to take. It was never yours. I hate niggas like this in anime. The niggas that like hate on the main character because the bitch that they liked from afar and sent subliminal messages and then got like an offer to walk home like a bunch of times and always got rejected. They're like, ooh, the main character moved in and my bitch likes him. How dare he? Ooh, I gotta crash the fuck out. No, you don't, nigga. That was never your bitch. Was never yours. Was never your cutty. Get going.
Weapon. Tatsumi is fully controlled by the desire to kill.
You didn't even talk to her. You subliminally messaged her and was like, I like you so much. Them shoes are great. Never said a word to her.
Facing such a formidable person, Shiryu inside Guy also stirs. The incessant voices of slaughter echo in Guy's mind.
And I don't want the world to see me, 'cause I don't think that they'd understand.
Signaling that his transformation is imminent. Now under Shiryu's control, Guy enters his rampage. Facing Tatsumi, who also wields a legendary weapon, Guy easily controls the situation. Exploiting Tatsumi's brief imbalance during an attack, Guy stabs him, causing Tatsumi to flee frantically. After a fierce chase into the night, Guy corners Tatsumi in the...
What era are we in, bro? Like, now they're in the city? How far in the wilderness did your clan live then?
Bustling city center. However, relying on the slaughter of innocents, Tatsumi's demonic sword transforms again, turning him into a Busoma. Guy dodges the ambush and, with agile moves, stabs Tatsumi again. Meanwhile, Shoshidi Organization's patrol soldiers spot their fight and fire intensely from a helicopter. Seizing the opportunity, Tatsumi kicks Guy away and, despite his injuries, forcibly escapes. Next, Guy, still without self-awareness, unleashes a sword energy that destroys the armed helicopter. Finally regaining his sanity, Guy, exhausted in body and mind, returns home. Meanwhile, Marcus, wielding the Azoth sword, has
Motherfuckers is in inside Alien X.
arrived
Who this fat ass nigga in right here though? I know these two faces. Who that nigga?
at Shoshidi Organization's
Shoji?
third headquarters and met with senior officials.
Oh, she bad.
Shoshidi has been working on methods to bond legendary weapons with humans, as successful research could potentially revert Busoma back to normal people. In another sense, humans who possess and can control these demonic swords are called sword dolls, who might
That's a horrible name.
become humanity's best weapon against Busoma. Marcus learned from Mickey that to become a sword doll, one must first enter a dormant state. One of Shoshidi's tasks is to induce this dormancy, similar to how a caterpillar becomes a butterfly. Otherwise, they will eventually turn into Busoma. The method of inducing dormancy is quite drastic, cryopreserving the sword dolls before they lose their sanity, to be revived when needed.
To be revived when needed? Holy shit. So essentially you gotta pseudo die to like interact with your sword on like a metaphysical level.
After Mickey and Marcus were cryogenically frozen, and considering a Busoma had appeared in the city center, the commander revived a sword doll named Seiya, a blonde male second lead with a legendary weapon inside him, a magical tool called a chakram. Now, to capture Tatsumi, who has transformed into a Busoma, Seiya has been officially deployed. Meanwhile, Tatsumi, who had previously escaped, aims to consume fresh blood to hasten his recovery, once again targeting innocent humans. Since his birth, the demonic sword Shiryu has been Guy's protector, the only one able to reach his heart. However, Shiryu is also a cursed blade, capable of completely consuming Guy if given the chance. After the battle between Guy and Tatsumi, Guy, terrified by the evil power displayed by Shiryu, regressed to a childlike state and started to avoid confronting himself. Now with the mind of a child, Guy's condition has everyone deeply worried. To help Guy recover, Sayaka provides...
I'm sorry, bro. This anime is throwing so much of these characters. Like, old me loves it, but I'm older now, and I realize, like, when an anime does this, it largely, like, deteriorates the story as a whole. Because, yeah, it's nice to give a character a tragic backstory, but when everybody has a tragic backstory, now you're comparing tragedies, and now it's like, well, yeah, her mom died, but so did everybody's mom, so it's not really that special. And, yeah, Guy is getting controlled by a demonic sword, but so is everybody, so it's not really that special. Well, now Guy's demonic sword is so powerful that it made him regress to a childlike state. That's just more onto the story. And a really, 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 really competent writer can handle all of that. But typically, like, less competent writers, like, will throw a lot of shit on themselves, and then, like, they'll wonder what the fuck happened at the end because there's so many loose ends to tie up. I feel like this story is going like that.
Ample encouragement.
I don't know. I could be wrong. We're just in here.
His fears. However, after praying at a temple, disaster struck when Tatsumi, transformed into a Busoma, suddenly appeared, overwhelming them both. Although Guy instinctively used Shiryu to block Tatsumi's attack, his childlike mind lacked any fighting ability. In a bid for more fresh blood, Tatsumi turned towards Sayaka. At that critical moment...
See, that also doesn't make any sense, because Guy was acting on pure instincts before, so the fact that, like, Shiryu took over means that, like, his fighting ability is innate, and he's ingrained it into his body. So either one of two things mean that either Shiryu itself can fight for Guy and use his abilities, or Guy has innate abilities that were ingrained in his body through training and muscle memory that Shiryu was using to fight off Tatsumi. Like, the fact that Guy can't fight here just doesn't work.
A ring of light instantly severed Tatsumi's arm. Seiya, having just awakened, had arrived just in time.
Oh no.
The legendary weapon, Chakram, he is set to complete the organization's task of capturing the Busoma. During their confrontation, Seiya realized that Tatsumi had been completely consumed by the demonic sword, and the organization could no longer revert him back to human. At this point, the only action Seiya could take was to finish him off.
Yeah.
Raising his left hand, a golden energy formed a ring, and a golden symbol appeared above his head. Simultaneously, Shiryu, merged with Guy, also resonated, clearly struggling with its own murderous urges.
Who is it gonna murder?
After completing his task, Seiya intended to leave immediately. However, as he turned to go, he sensed the evil power emanating from Guy. Knowing he could not ignore it, Seiya once again displayed the golden symbol, indicating that a battle against the demonic sword Shiryu was imminent. Meanwhile, the truth about Shiryu was gradually coming to light. Typically, swordsmiths forge two blades and select the better one. This suggests that there could be two Shiryus in existence. Indeed, the Shiryu with Guy, which bears no name on its blade, is actually a shadow sword, not the real Shiryu. The whereabouts of the genuine Shiryu are unknown even to Guy's foster father, Amon. Coincidentally, Kiyomi, the sword sharpener who had returned the Tanbakiri to Amon, had just received a commission to polish a weapon. This weapon was the real demonic sword Shiryu. As she polished it, a piercing shriek sounded, and an eye appeared on the blade. Instantly, Kiyomi was controlled by a dark energy, losing her self-awareness and beginning to swing the sword, intending to kill her colleagues. Fortunately, she regained consciousness just in time and urgently signaled her colleagues to leave the room and to not return. During the continued sharpening, a voice craving blood echoed in Kiyomi's mind. Eventually,
I got a question for the father. Why in fucking God's name would you create such a demonic weapon? What possessed you to create a demonic weapon like this? I never understand this in stories. Like, it's one thing for the weapon to become demonic over time. Muramasa blade, legendary blade of blood. You know, like over time it just slaughtered so many bodies and souls that the restless souls tangled within the blade, and the blade was bathed in so much blood that it became a black blade. You know, demonic blade, Muramasa. See, I get that, but come on, bro.
She had to feed blood to the real Shiryu to silence the malevolent voice. Soon, the client who commissioned the polishing arrived, eager to meet the master who polished Shiryu. However, unbeknownst to him, Kiyomi was in no state to meet anyone. After the client gave a sinister smile, he left the place.
Demonic ass nigga. Looks like Shiryu is actually still active. Ass boy.
Meanwhile, Miura, wielding Joltgavin, faced another challenge from the holder of Flamberge. As their fierce battle raged,
no idea who
two
these
mysterious
niggas are.
figures appeared nearby.
Who are these
One
niggas?
of them, named Grims, is known as the strongest Busoma in history, called the Grim Reaper since the dawn of humanity. Soon, an unprecedented terror will quickly befall mankind. When humans experience immense pressure or fear, they instinctively shut down their emotions for self-protection, sometimes even regressing to a childlike state to avoid facing themselves. Guy is a current example of this. However, since he has merged with the demonic sword Shiryu, his strong evil aura was detected by Seiya, the bearer of the sword. As a Shoshidi sword dolls, Seiya knew he couldn't ignore Guy. He knocked Guy down with a single punch.
Damn, you just said, fuck it, we boxing. Nigga said, fuck it, we boxing. But you look at that pussy and it...
Seeing Guy emotionally shut down, Seiya admonished him that escaping from oneself is pointless and facing challenges is the only truth. At the same time, a monk appeared and took Seiya to his shrine to inquire about the Shoshidi organization's plans for Guy. Seiya was candid in his response. If Guy could control himself, Seiya would take him back to Shoshidi. However, if he turned into a Busoma, Seiya would execute him immediately. Though Sayaka was displeased with Seiya's unilateral...
Why immediately? Hold on. Tatsumaki got like the fucking, he got like the treatment where like if he was under his control, he could get taken back. And even he was a Busoma the entire time. Y'all knew this because y'all had video footage of him. Y'all knew his whereabouts. So, why is Seiya different? Because of his demonic sword?
Approach, the monk was not surprised. Given his age, he was accustomed to dealing with various people, not only from Shoshidi, but also from another organization called Gabi, with whom the monk often interacted. A Gabi member, who had been tracking a Busoma since the previous day, was temporarily staying in this area. In his view, Shoshidi's approach of fighting demons with demons is heretical. He believed that defeating Busoma with human efforts is the righteous way.
That's crazy, but can you do it though?
Clearly opposing Seiya's stance.
But can you do it though? How many Busomas you got?
This moment, a fight seemed to be the only way to determine the truth. At the start of the battle, the man discarded his wooden stick and clenched his right hand into a fist, using a Gabi boxing technique that erases the self and infuses divine power into a fist of justice. He removed his shirt, revealing a powerful aura, and quickly charged at Seiya, leaping to deliver a fierce punch. Feeling his opponent's strength, Seiya decided to use the legendary weapon Chakram to swiftly end the fight. However, a dark shadow suddenly appeared at that moment. Seeing this, Guy threw a stone at it. The man then turned and walked towards Guy, intending to teach the troublemaker a lesson.
Why? He threw a stone. That's what you get. That's what you get. That's what you get. Natural selection. That's what you get. For saying that dumbass shit like, it's idiotic to fight demons with demons. It's sacrilegious. That's what it sounded like. That's what you sounded like. Absolute dribble. What the fuck? You just get up and walk to him. You're weird. Why are you just giving her your stick? Why is she Aphrodite? What the fuck?
The man had been tracking a...
What the fuck was that? Is that what gets y'all to click on apps nowadays? Like and subscribe just for me watching that. What the fuck?
Busoma that was hiding in his shadow all along, waiting for the right moment to strike him down. Suddenly, the Busoma launched countless kunai at Guy. This prompted the complete awakening of Shiryu within Guy. Transformed, Guy then pierced the Busoma's skull and instantly split it in two.
How was he able to do that? Before he couldn't fight. How was he able to do that? Because he completely transformed?
However, the battle was not over yet. The Busoma, still emanating a strong, murderous aura, fired more kunai, jumped into the sky to conceal itself, and managed to escape. Now, Seiya was curious to see if Guy would turn into a Busoma. It was a critical situation for Guy, fused with Shiryu and facing Shoshide. Fortunately, amidst Sayaka's continuous calls, Guy slowly regained his self-awareness and...
Hot take, I hate bitches like Sayaka. Stop running in the middle of fucking fights. Please stop doing that shit. That's stupid. You have no powers.
took back
Mary Jane head ass. Sit the fuck down. Just because you're the love interest doesn't mean that you get to get in the middle of the fucking battlefield.
control of his body. Despite this, Seiya was still unwilling to let Guy go. At this crucial moment, the monk intervened, using very...
That nigga said, I'ma touch your dick if you don't stop.
Nothing much, my nigga just came back from one of Diddy parties, Shen. You should have been there. It was thick and balls everywhere, Shen. Word is full.
tasteful methods to success...
Stop playing with him and play with me. Nasty.
successfully restrained Seiya,
Why is there so
buying
many
time for Sayaka
freaks?
to take Guy away. After Guy and the others had left, as compensation, the monk agreed to share some information with Seiya about Guy's background and the origins of the demonic sword Shiryu. Soon, the secrets of the two Shiryu swords are set to be revealed. Childhood trauma can have profound effects on a child.
Nah. Any guy. No, it can't. Proof. Picture it. Did it happen? Childhood trauma can have profound effects on the child.
The more you know, the more you suffer.
Egad. I'm aghast.
The boy in question witnessed his mother's suicide by hanging right after he was born. Even after more than a decade, his heart remains trapped in that dark womb. To break down his defenses, his foster father Amon gave him the demonic sword Shiryu. Guy, in his own words, has no happy memories and often ran away from home as a child. However, he always realized that he had nowhere to go and returned to his foster father's house. What he tried to escape was the relentless darkness. No matter how far Guy ran, he felt the darkness chasing him. He tried desperately to find a different world, but ultimately realized it was futile because there is only one world, a dark world that constantly follows him.
I like that my bangs go over my eyes because it feels like I'm just like not a part of the world, like I'm just like looking through the windows into the world. I feel like I'm in my own little cozy safe space, just looking out the windows. Don't talk to me.
Are you okay?
It was your heart on the line. We really fucked it up this time. Didn't I mind that? Didn't I mind?
That's crazy, dog. Have you ever thought about, I don't know, talking to someone and finding a hobby?
Waiting to kill him. Guy couldn't escape, no matter how hard he tried. Thus, Guy changed his mind. He decided to destroy this current world with a sword of his own making.
And that would leave you with the dark world, the very world that you're trying to escape. So, what's the answer?
To slay both the world and its darkness.
That's just gonna reduce you to the dark world that... What?
In Guy's view, this world has...
See, look, alright, This is for all y'all emo teenage ass niggas out there. Go to counseling, bro. Go talk to somebody. It doesn't even have to be a counselor, real. Just go talk to somebody that will sit down and listen and you feel comfortable talking with. Whether that be a family member, whether that be your best friend, if you got one. Like somebody that's like that's hands down, you know, won't share their information with nobody on some real shit. Sit them down and be like, look, bro, I just got to get some shit off my chest. You mind if I vent with you real quick? Go find a hobby. Get the fuck out your room, out the house, off the internet for at least, like, reduce your time on the internet for real. Drink more water. I don't, like, there's so much shit in life to do than, like, reflect on, like, the bad shit. There's so much good shit in life to do than to reflect on the bad shit. So, like, don't be a guy out here for real. That pissed me off. The fact this nigga, I'm going to destroy the world because the world destroyed me and my mom's gone and shut up. Shut up. Shut up. You're not doing anything. Destroying the world isn't going to help. You're just going to reduce the world to the same ash and rubble and be in that same dark world that you tried to run from. Then what? Why don't you try to find the light? There is light when there is darkness. Because how the fuck is there darkness with no light? Think about it.
No sunlight. What others call sunlight is just a different reality they live in.
How the fuck is there darkness if there's no sunlight? Fucking dumbass.
Everyone sees something different. So, when his foster father fused Shiryu with Guy, what exactly is this Shiryu? The weapon in question was not forged by humans, but was the creation of a
any of you out there going, Noodle, what about a dark room? If I turn the lights off in the room, there is no light and there's just dark in the room. Nigga, darkness by definition, darkness is the absence of light. There is no darkness without light. By definition.
Dragon during the Muromachi period, in a shrine far from the capital where people worshipped dragon horns. One servant, driven by madness, and his wife aimed to seize a dragon horn for themselves. During their journey, they opened Pandora's box, releasing a blinding golden light and a massive golden dragon that entered the woman's body. On a stormy night, she gave birth to a child with dragon horns and scales. Fearful, the couple abandoned the child, who was soon saved and taken as an apprentice by a blacksmith. As they spent time together, the blacksmith's daughter fell in love with the boy with dragon horns. On his deathbed, the blacksmith entrusted his daughter to the boy. The dragon blacksmith continued the business and later had a child with his wife, who bore no dragon traits. The dragon blacksmith's fame grew, and a general, having heard of him, sent orders for him to forge a peerless weapon. The forging went smoothly.
Oh, don't ever do that to me again, Sonic. I'll stop my patronage right now.
It was time to deliver the weapon. The general insisted the dragon blacksmith present the weapon in person. Despite his refusal, he had to obey the order. Predictably, when the dragon blacksmith met the general, he was immediately ordered to remove his hood. His dragon-like appearance shocked everyone. Thinking a monster had entered his domain, the general ordered the execution of him and his...
You a bitch. You a bitch ass fuck. You a fucking bitch. You a whore ass whore. You a fucking bucket of shit. How dare you? Weird nigga, remove your hood. Ah, elephantitis, kill it! What the fuck?
His family. After his wife and child were executed, it was discovered that swords could not harm the dragon.
Swords could not even harm. So his wife and his kid were killed, but he can't die. That's fucked. That's more fucked than Kratos. That's like, look, bro, not only am I going to kill your wife and kids, but now you're immortal. You can't die, nigga. You can't die.
And blacksmith. Eventually, people gave up and threw him into the distant sea. However, he survived and swam ashore. The dragon blacksmith wondered if his very existence was against divine will. Thinking of his lost family, he made a horrifying decision.
And that's when he made Shiryu Because all of his hatred for the humanity, all of his darkness, all of his shit. Okay.
To burn the world to ashes. He forged 2 demonic swords named Shiryu. He ended his own life with the Shadow Sword, while the True Sword beheaded the general. Afterwards, both Shiryus disappeared, but they are rumored to appear whenever a powerful figure is assassinated. This terrifying tale is why Shiryu harbors such deadly intent. Now knowing the full truth, Seiya deeply acknowledges Guy and decides to wait for his return at home. The next morning, Guy returns home with Sayaka. Since Guy himself wished to enter a different world, Seiya invites him to join Shoshidi, believing it to be the best choice.
I'm curious, why were you so pressed? Why were you so pressed to like kill Guy?
For Guy. Meanwhile,
now you're like,
a white-haired
that's
noble
so sad.
youth is about to leave his house, and he is the true bearer of Shiryu. The man frozen for 16 years finally awoke. After completing the organization's task to eliminate Busoma,
Nigga got a Kaiba.
he
Oh
first took
shit.
Guy to his old home. Many years had passed, and his beloved, who had waited for him, no longer looked the same. In her mind, he had never left, indicating her mental state was impaired. When she went to the kitchen, Seiya took the opportunity to take Guy outside and explained why he had originally left home. As sword dolls possessed by legendary weapons, they would inevitably turn into Busoma one day. To delay this transformation, their organization would cryogenically freeze them, putting them to sleep in ice until their power was needed again. To avoid becoming a Busoma and harming his beloved, Seiya had chosen to leave.
Okay, Seiya, I rock with you. I fuck with you heavy now. You are my... They was heavily hammering Seiya as like that nigga. He is now that nigga in my mind.
During cryo sleep, he did not age, and time stopped for him, but not for his beloved.
Damn.
She had silently supported his decision without asking about Shoshidi, trusting
Damn.
that he would have abandoned such a monster. However, she had always waited for him. To make amends, Seiya decided to send Guy away temporarily to spend some time alone with his beloved. While Guy was strolling outside, a performance involving sword spirits caught his attention. It was a competitive display of a sword spirit game. During the event, a blue-haired girl named Midoriko appeared on the screen. As a top competitor in fighting games, no one had yet defeated Midoriko in the game. However, this made her life feel boring and meaningless. During a restroom break, the man she had just competed against approached her. The bespectacled man expressed his gratitude to Midoriko because a year ago, he almost committed suicide. His colleagues had blamed him for work-related problems, forcing him to resign. But one day, he saw Midoriko's match on TV.
Don't be weird.
Which sparked his interest.
Don't be
and gave
weird.
him hope that the world wasn't so bad. Inspired, he found a new job and credited Midoriko for his turnaround. Unfortunately, Midoriko was indifferent to the fan's confession and even scolded him for his one-sided feelings. In the
It's always, you saved me. You helped me through. That's cool, bro. I'm very happy. I'm so happy for you. But like, he was being weird.
On her way home, Midoriko encountered...
That could see. Look, why is he waiting in a dark alley for her? He's crushed.
The bespectacled man again. Frustrated by his persistence, Midoriko, already disillusioned with life, violently attacked him, changing from her innocent girl image. This real act of aggression excited her more than playing games. However,
Now, part of me wants to be like, yeah, you can't just start beating a nigga ass. But then again, he did press you twice. Once was in the bathroom, which I'm sure it was the female's bathroom. What the fuck? Another time was like outside in a dark alley with no one around. So like, yeah, I guess putting pause on him is viable. I guess it is. Like she could have thought it was like it was her life and shit. You know.
The bespectacled man could not endure it forever and started to fight back, hitting Midoriko repeatedly without any intention to stop.
Now this is fucking wild, my nigga. She's a child. You're a grown ass man. I get pushing her against the wall and like, stop hitting me for real. I just want to talk. But even then, if she said, I don't want to talk, then you need to leave the fuck. You need to leave her alone, bro.
Stop, even if it meant...
God.
Leaving her bruised and swollen. Just then, the participant who had previously battled with Miura, the holder of Flamberge, appeared.
The holder of Flamberge?
Flames engulfed the human body as Flamberge flew to Midoriko's side and guided her to pick it up and fight. With Flamberge, Midoriko could become a being beyond human. Innocent bystanders were slaughtered by Midoriko, controlled by Flamberge. She focused solely on destroying everything because such a life was not boring. Fortunately, Guy arrived in time and transformed instantly, drawing on the power of the demonic sword Shiryu to battle Midoriko. Meanwhile, the Shoshidi headquarters noticed them and immediately ordered Seiya to reinforce. Midoriko, realizing she could not win, fled the scene. Do not casually approach young girls outside, because you never know if beneath their cute appearance lies a crazy nature. At this moment, two foolish guys stopped Midoriko, asking her to serve them. Unexpectedly, Midoriko lifted her own shirt and killed one man with a single strike. The man who ran away started screaming for help, but Midoriko unleashed flames again and turned to me.
Hey, let this be a warning to y'all niggas. Don't ever try females out here. You never know. That female that's out. Why is she just dressed up as a cute anime schoolgirl in the dead of night walking around? I don't trust that.
Into ashes. Next, two innocent bystanders were at risk.
Why is her hair blue? That ain't natural.
But fortunately, Guy appeared in time to block the attack. Suddenly, a white-haired boy shouted the name Shiryu, surprising Guy. As Guy asked who he was, Midoriko attacked Guy with a knife, but fled after a few exchanges. A man wielding a demonic sword walked out of roaring flames. This man was the former Shoshidi.
Everybody got off-guard pictures right now. Like, why is everybody so off-guarded right now?
Commander, Miura, who destroyed several tanks with just one strike of his sword, Jolt Gawin. Seeing that
okay, so he's the villain, but how the fuck are we gonna fight that?
Human forces could not defeat Miura. A helicopter deployed a specialized mechanical unit. Miura slashed once more, but this time his attack was easily blocked. The mechanical units then pulled out their blades and engaged in fierce combat with Miura, but they were swiftly defeated within seconds. With the situation critical, the responsibility to eliminate Miura naturally fell upon another demonic sword-bearer. When Guy and another arrived at the battlefield, the human troops had already been slaughtered by Miura, who remained unharmed and had not yet used the power of Busoma. After some shouting between the two sides, a golden symbol appeared on Seiya's forehead.
Get active, get active.
Drew out his divine weapon.
Get active, get active.
Instantly, both unleashed immense pressure.
That nigga said spiritual pressure unleashed!
Before the fight officially started, Seiya signaled Guy to step back and reminded him of their recent agreement. On their way to the battlefield,
he said, hey, hang back, big fella. This is a fight between the big dogs. You ain't really up to par right now. Like, what the fuck you talking about? I got Shiryu. It's like, yeah, bro, but you ain't got Shiryu. Shiryu got you right now. I need you to hang back, big fella.
Seiya sensed that he would soon be consumed by Chakram and turn into a bloodthirsty Busoma. He made Guy promise to kill him if he lost his sanity and transformed.
Nah!
As the battle commenced,
Nah! I swear to God, if that nigga dies, I'll stop this.
Launched a sword attack at Guy, who quickly blocked it with his demonic sword. Seizing the moment, Seiya threw several light rings at Miura, but Miura effortlessly neutralized them. Miura launched a fierce attack on Seiya.
I swear to God, Seiya dies, I'll stop this.
For over a decade, Miura had mastered his weapon, Jolt Gawin, to its fullest potential. Seiya was on the defensive, taking hits. However, he capitalized on Miura's brief imbalance during an attack. Using his numerical advantage in light rings,
this better be one of them ones, I'm hoping. Better be one of them ones where he don't really die for real. Some bullshit happened, plot armor.
The power within his demonic sword became uncontrollable.
You better not have effective well writing. You better not be well written, I swear. I don't care what that
broke
is.
Free from the Chakram's restraint and inflicted severe damage on Seiya. To end the battle quickly, Miura transformed into a Busoma, planning to finish Seiya for good. Fortunately, Guy intervened. Facing Miura's formidable power, a 2-on-1 approach was now the sensible choice. Seizing the fleeting opportunity, Seiya launched numerous light rings at Miura, allowing Guy to follow up with significant damage. Their battle reignited, with Seiya and Guy attacking from both sides. Suddenly, a mysterious figure appeared on the battlefield, known as the strongest Busoma ever, called the Grim Reaper since the dawn of humanity. His power far surpassed all previous Busomas. With Grim Reaper Grimm's arrival, Seiya knew they stood no chance. Already injured in battle and unable to escape, they were forced to fight Grimms. The power disparity was stark, and Seiya and Guy had no chance of winning, especially as Guy's condition became increasingly unstable. He was being slowly consumed by Shiryu and was on the brink of becoming a Busoma. As expected, after several rounds of attacks by Grimms, a strong desire to kill took over Guy. Even as Seiya attempted to seal the Shiryu within Guy, it was in vain. Guy was fully consumed by
CGI!
transforming into a bloodthirsty Busoma. In a critical moment, Seiya intercepted Guy's attack with his own body. His moment of rampage was imminent. At this point, Seiya's soul fell into darkness, completely consumed by the chakram and becoming a Busoma. Since the dawn of humanity, weapons have continually suffered as tools of labor. But now, this era of enslavement is finally coming to an end. Over the centuries, weapons, steeped in human blood, have gained their own life. By exploiting human sorrow and despair, these weapons have inhabited bodies with intense desires to kill, transforming into Busomas.
Bro, please don't
Led
kill
by
him.
Grimms,
Please let
these
this nigga not
Busomas
die,
are now
bro.
poised
I
to
fuck with
declare the
Seiya.
extinction of humanity. In the recent major battle between Sword Dolls and Busomas, Seiya, completely consumed by chakram, and Grim Reaper Grimms have both vanished. Guy, severely injured, was taken back to Shoshidi for a thorough examination. His physical condition was not critical, but his blood parameters exceeded safe limits,
What happened to
making
Seiya,
him
though?
prone to uncontrollable transformation into a Busoma. Therefore, Guy, at a critical point, needed to be put into cryogenic sleep immediately. Guy struggled with this decision, as he had not yet fulfilled his promise to Seiya. However, under his current dependence and the administration of sedative gas, he reluctantly conceded. Following a commander's order, Guy was forcibly placed into cryogenic sleep. However, events often unfold unexpectedly. Controlled by Chakram, Seiya, now a Busoma, launched an unprecedented attack on human cities.
God damn! He napped that shit? He glass floored it? Oh, you might need to actually just unlock some. You might just need to unlock Soma, for real. Guy, get Guy out of here, bro.
To dispatch Sword Dolls to the battlefield, but the Shoshidi authorities refused and even terminated Guy's cryogenic sleep. They saw no point in sending more Sword Dolls since Seiya had fully transformed into a Busoma. They believed that only by allowing Guy to also become a Busoma could they perhaps stand a chance.
But then how are you gonna take down the Busoma of Guy? Are you gonna just keep making Busoma and just make the project useless? That don't make no fucking sense.
Fighting fire with fire, Guy quickly located Seiya. To honor their original agreement, he immediately drew the demonic sword Shiryu. However, Seiya, now a Busoma, had drastically increased in strength, and Guy was no match for him. The situation showed Guy being overwhelmingly defeated. As Seiya pressed on, Shiryu within Guy stirred, filling his mind
Where's the
with
second
a desire to
Shiryu
kill.
with? That nigga popped up like one
Remembering
time.
Seiya's sacrifices, Guy knew that being consumed by Shiryu would waste Seiya's efforts to seal it. Guy endured the pain and repeatedly blocked Seiya's fierce attacks. Left with no choice, Guy fell into darkness and transformed into a Busoma. Now, the battle between the two Busomas began.
Oh, this a battle? Nigga's getting washed. That nigga's getting washed!
Seizing a moment when Seiya was off guard, Guy thrust his sword through him.
No,
now
bro.
Guy has fulfilled the promise he made with Seiya.
No, bro.
Finally
I'll stop
letting
this
his
shit.
troubled soul find
No,
peace.
bro.
After regaining his consciousness,
Well-
Guy returned home and...
Well, you know, this is getting kind of long anyway. Like for part 2.